시간 숨 제대로 쉬어봐.
Hello, and thanks for clicking on this video. Alchemy of Souls Season 1. May 20th, I started compiling the notes, and today I'm filming this on May 22nd. Let's get into the story stuff, where I talk about specific scenes and what made them so good or what made them so bad. The well done stuff. Episode 1. Jewel at 37 minutes and 47 seconds. I died laughing and backed it up so many times and died laughing every time. That actress, oh my gosh. The powder in the face, the way she squealed and coughed. That was epic to the point of it's almost like it was an accident, like she didn't mean to do it that way. It was so dead on, nailed it, perfect reaction. I've seen how many people in how many dramas get stuff unexpectedly thrown in their face, and that is literally one of the best reactions I've ever seen in my life. Jungkook, Jungwoo, and Yul obviously grew up together. The 34-minute and 43-second example proving that. Naksu and Jungkook first meet at the 38-minute and 33-second mark, and I love everything about it. Again, it shows off both of their characters so well. So well. It's got the edge of danger and mystery, and it's also got the perfect comedy mixed in. Plus, the epic choice of showing us that Jungkook can see something super important the second he looks at Naksu, but the drama doesn't show us until way later. Like, I really like the way they did that. Like, instantly, the second he sees her, it's all over his face. He even grabs her so he can get another look. He sees something. We've seen nothing. We full on looked at her face. For how long now? We didn't see anything. We don't have a clue what he's reacting to. It's there, though. It's there. At the 48-minute and 20-second mark, the camera zoom in on Jungkook's toes in the bath. Plus the sound effects. I mean, why? Why is this so hilarious? Episode 2, Jungkook's snicker, which we hear more than once and it's epic every time. And following the perfectly timed and pitched dog sounds during the 44-minute and 43-second scene between him and Jungkook was perfect. Episode 3, the 36-minute and 51-second mark. The acting from both of them here, oh my gosh! It's so real, the way that Jungkook tries to breathe normally while she's doing something so unexpectedly off guard. Like, it's the naturalness of it. Just, like, it's not forced, it's not fake, it's just... How did they do it so realistically? Like, they really were caught off guard. Like, it really was like they didn't even expect it. Like, the look on his face, even the fact that his nose is flaring as he's trying to breathe properly. Do you know how hard it is to breathe properly when someone tells you to breathe properly? They are so good at showing what it, like, you can feel it with your entire body. As you're watching him, you can feel this. It's so well done. Episode 4, the 12-minute and 17-second mark. The running joke of the broken door. I forgot to write down how many times this came up. I also forgot to write down, dude, they used this one single room for literally everything in this drama. I was maybe going to mark it down and I totally forgot to, but like you see this one single room used for so many different things throughout this drama. I'm like, what? And you know it's the same room because of this broken door. And speaking of the running joke, thanks to it, we end up with a super interesting symbolism moment at the 52-minute and 9-second mark when Naksu sees Jungkook's emotional face and tries to back up, but Jungkook says, don't move. It might all crumble down, so just stay there. At 32 minutes and 38 seconds, we have one of the best comedy scenes I have ever seen. Thanks to the acting of every person present, the progression of events, and even the music/sound effects employed. Oh my gosh! How did they come up with? How did they do that? It's like when you're watching on stage and people are literally just ad-libbing. That's what it feels like. It feels like they were just ad-libbing here. It was just, how did they, oh my gosh. Episode 5, at the 8 minute and 14 second, the fact the dog is scared of Jungkook because he broke the vessel. LOL in capitals. But also, it's partly why the LOL is in capitals is because no one seems to realize this. This flashback, I don't mind, probably because of the fact it's the dog that's remembering this, but no one else ever mentions it. Jungkook and Naksu don't know that this dog is Guigu, and Lee wasn't there to see him break the vessel, and wasn't there here either to see the dog back away from Jungkook. So it's like no human being ever realizes that this dog is scared of Jungkook because the dog knows that it's him that broke the vessel. Yeah, the drama just casually throws that out there and you're like... Episode 6, 35 minute and 47 second mark, Jungkook punches himself in the face. Another one of those died laughing. I died laughing just reading that. Never mind how many times I backed it up and died laughing watching it. He's just like, Mudok! I love how that's all he can say while stumbling around blind. Just like casually the 46 minute and 25 second mark where Jungkook and Naksu and Lee are reacting to the fact that Jungkook is getting married. Isn't that you? Episode 7. 19 minutes and 18 seconds in, we can say the turtle curl begins right here and be accurate, maybe? Once again, dies laughing. Sorry, but not sorry. This is a season 2 joke, the turtle curl thing. This is the first time, I think, where we see Jungkook and Go-on being absolutely hilarious together. But also Jungkook's eye roll and his quicker and quicker talking as he says, yes, Yul gets lost when he's easily startled. Yul, not that way, come back here. Just everything about that entire little thing there. You jump when they jump. Hiding behind Jungkook. How many times does he do that in this drama? At 49 minutes and 24 seconds, Jungkook says, the illusion I tried so hard to prove no longer exists. So from now on, I am going to try even harder to find out who I really am and what I must do from now on. And my response to that was as follows. Another thing I love about this drama, it doesn't become like Sword and Fairy 4, even though it easily could have. There basically is 3 guys falling for Naksu in this drama. 3 of them, Go-on, Jungkook, and Yul, all actually like her. But they all like her in a different way and for different reasons, and some of them are mistaken about what their liking really is, I think. You're like Yul and Go-on, I think both of them, it's not necessarily what they thought it was. But they all like her for different reasons and in different ways, and even in situations like her getting pulled into the mirror, everyone came to the rescue without knowing it was a rescue at first. They were there because of confusion. They didn't know that she was in trouble. They were just like, what the crap is going on? So it was about her, but it also wasn't. And this quote here is one of the biggest things that proves it. Facing the mirror and what it said to Jungkook causes his character, independently from Naksu, to seek new levels of growth. These two, Naksu and Jungkook, inspire, encourage, push, and respond to each other and because of each other, but they are growing for themselves for more reasons than just for each other. It's realistic and it's so much healthier than so many other relationships in so many dramas these days, like, since I already mentioned it, Sword and Fairy 4, where he was not growing. He was becoming an obedient puppy dog following his master around. Everyone in Sword and Fairy 4 was becoming like that. They were literally puppy dogs following around their master. But neither Jungkook nor Naksu or Go-on, they're not dogs and they're not trainers. They're respectful human beings, respecting human beings, and helping human beings to be human beings. 1 hour, 2 minutes, and 33 seconds into this episode, which again was episode 7. If we stay together, you will die and I will get caught, says Naksu. And that right there is foreshadowing, because this is pretty darn close to what happens. Spoiler. Episode 9, acting on Park Jin's part. 4 minute and 29 seconds in, his sigh, I better hold on to that, was perfect. The way he delivered that whole thing summed up the entire feeling, and here I am at this age going, yep, that's what it's like, realizing how old you really are. You don't feel this old at all until you're like, I better hold on to that. And at 7 minute and 45 second, we have one of the best scenes in the whole drama, no lie. Because the actress who plays Kim nailed her reaction. And then again at the 23 minute and 18 second. Why do I keep trying to say 7? Perhaps not quite as epic, but still epic with her shoe. This actress is so good. At 32 minutes and 34 seconds, and also at 33 minutes and 41 seconds, we have Jung-wook and Go-won saying, drink this and become the best mage that this country's ever seen, and I hope you become a great leader of this country. And again, one reason this story is so strong is because we have so many little words and actions that point directly to what comes later in the story. And you don't know it when you first watch it, but you watch it again and you're like, that was there, and that was there, and it was so succinct, so well done. 1 minute 11, anyway, we'll get there. 1 hour, 11 minutes and 59 seconds. I love how this drama does the whole forced separation between Jung-wook and Nak-soo, because it does what it should do. Both of them get worried. Both of them start asking a lot of questions, but instead of jumping to idiotic, i.e. 100% emotionally based, but acting like it's brain-based, conclusions about what the other person must be thinking, they start evaluating their own motives and goals and thoughts, and because of that, their relationship really does get stronger. I love that. Continuing this thought into episode 10 at the 2 minute and 22 second mark, Nak-soo says, what Jung-wook and I shared was the desperate feeling of survival and the earnestness of finding ourselves. That's how it started, and from there it grew and shifted into something else so naturally it ended up rock solid. Episode 10, 9 minutes and 39 seconds, Jung-wook, seriously? This is too hard, let's just destroy the book. 59 minutes and 5 seconds, Jung-wook's reaction to the 48 minute and 42 second. It is the most realistic natural reaction ever. It's so good. At 53 minute and 10 second, we have believable weakness and believable sources of strength working as a team to get through the difficult situation, and I love it! Believable weaknesses and believable sources of strength. Who did what? For why? It was so good! So good! Episode 11. 23 minutes and 3 seconds, all the way through to the end of the scene. I don't know how to put it into the words the way these two fight. Jung-wook definitely broods a lot, and it keeps him silent. But once he stops trying to force him to do what he doesn't want to do and asks him why he won't, he immediately breaks his silence with completely open, straightforward honesty that isn't attacking anyone. It's simply laying out facts. In other words, he's not shutting Nak-soo out or shutting her down. And also through scenes like this, we see bad habits of hers being worked on. And it's through addressing these issues like this that their relationship has room to grow stronger. So many dramas, they claim it's growing, and I'm like, you're not actually growing because you're not addressing anything. You're just avoiding it all and pretending like it doesn't matter when it does. And there are times in this drama and characters know that this is happening, and there are also times when characters don't know it was happening until later on they look back at it and go, oh, it happened. But you, the viewer, can tell that it's happening every time. 53 minutes and 39 seconds, and then at 1 hour, 3 minutes and 6 seconds, they do this twice that I can remember. From that cut to that cut, it's such good directing choices. This is what she says here, and this is the result you see when we come back to it. It's just like, so good. Episode 12, at 8 minutes and 20 seconds is such a simple and pure moment. It's adorable. Naksu's first step, catching his sleeve, awkwardly asking him not to go. Then at 12 minutes and 26 seconds, we have another example of most well-done comedy happening. Because of who it is, because of their reactions, because of the music and sound effects, and the way they deliver the lines. Oh my gosh, this is hilarious! At 1 hour and 7 minutes and 28 seconds, we have an example of how emotional scenes work when they are left up to the actor and actress to deliver them. This, in comparison to the not so well done, that happens at the end of 1 hour, 10 minutes, and 3 seconds into the episode 20 scene. And we'll get back there. See, I was trying to show examples. Because I said the flashback thing is one of the things that kills dramas. And I don't understand how nobody but me seems to understand this. When you leave a scene up to the actor and actress to dictate, they're the ones pulling me in and keeping me there with their emotions. That is what you get at the 1 hour and 7 minutes and 28 seconds. That is an example of what you get when you don't interrupt with the freaking flashbacks. They're so unnecessary and pull you out and destroy the scene like they do later on when we get to it. Continuing with what was good. Episode 13, playing off of 12 minutes and 26 seconds in episode 12. We have 6 minutes and 21 seconds into this episode where Jungkook says, I'm going to call for help. And I love how he calls Go On my savior. I wrote at 55 minutes and 58 seconds that I'll just put this here. I love how the story does 2 to 3 things all at the same time, and it all together lends so much strength and authenticity to all of this. 1, it shows how hard Jungkook has to work even to luck out in his training. 2, it shows how even when he achieves that level, up against the ones that spent years getting there, he still falls flat every single time, whether it's right off the bat or slightly afterwards. 3, how to word it. It proves massively how much raw talent he has too. Because he does get it fast. So basically, this is not a Mary Sue drama. It's a drama showcasing raw talent that keeps being used well in the process of being refined. Because raw talent is stunning, but refined talent is even better. And even without raw talent, people who spend dedicated time practicing and working hard to get good at something cannot be looked down upon because that matters. So, like, this drama, because of the way it works, it showcases all of that. It showcases it all so well, in my opinion. It does such a good job. Episode 15, at 56-minute mark, I wrote one of the many examples of good story building where the answers are all right there, building on each other so that when the truth comes to definitive light, it's believable and it's exciting because we the viewers get to feel smart for being right all along. Episode 16, at 2 minute and 24 second mark, is a favorite movement because it was so out of the blue different. Is when Naksu licks her finger and stamps Jungkook's chin. You're mine! With the music and sound effects and Jungkook's reaction, it's adorable and it's hilarious. I was like, wait, what did you just do? And he's just like, wait, what did you just do? Naksu, you're adorable! You don't get to see how adorable she is, really, until season 2. But it was there all along. She just wasn't, free enough, for lack of better description word, to do it, to prove it, because of all the baggage she's carrying. Episode 17, 12 minutes and 47 seconds. I wrote one of the cutest scenes with Jungkook and Naksu. He's being so carefree here, and this is the most carefree she's ever been, too. It's almost weird, but it's adorable. Jungkook is so flippin' genuine and natural. It's why he's so perfect with Naksu. He can tease her, and he can take it from her, and he can back off and be serious, all exactly when he needs to be. These two are literally so perfect for each other. And 22 minutes and 40 seconds also kind of proves it, as well as proving, again, how totally 100% incompatible Naksu and Yul are. Why should I be upset? Naksu demands, and wholehearted response from me is good question, with even deeper of a glare at Yul than Naksu gives him. Episode 18 at 8 minutes and 14 seconds. Go on, hiding behind Jungkook again, and Jungkook's reaction to it. 18 minutes and 53 seconds, Naksu says, "Have I become Mudok to the bone?" This whole scene is the second time they did this kind of cut from one to another, like with Kim and the Flowers, and it is utterly perfect directing choices, in my opinion. I totally forgot to write it down here. I was going to mention one of the other good things, one of the well-done things this story did, was how much they cut the cast down for us. Because really, the whole scene where Naksu is killed, there was too many people. The more people you have, like I've run across this problem while trying to write stories, and I've seen this kind of problem wreak havoc in stories, books, and dramas. You get too many people in a scene, and scenes like that happen. In real life, that happens too. You get a lot of people involved in something. But when it comes to storytelling, it is really hard to write. The more characters you have in a scene, the harder it is to write it, especially when it's an emotional or active something, because certain people end up not acting like themselves because they aren't saying things when they should be saying something, or they're not doing something when they should be doing something, or people just somehow get overlooked because there's just too many people, and the people writing it can't handle that many people at one time in their own heads. So this story did a really good job of cutting that down so that we can handle it again. There was all of these people here, and then they went, okay, those people are over there, and we're only going to kind of go back to a couple of them at a time to see what's going on. And then we have these characters. There was 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12? I think there's 12, and then 13 if you count the bad guy. 13 people over here. And they even kind of broke them up a little bit. And that was really, really smart idea. A really smart way of handling it. So that the characters that need to be spotlit, and we can have focused energy and time and emotion spent on these characters, because you got all of these characters out of the way. You move them all out of the way so that we can focus and see these people again. That's wise and good storytelling. One of the things that made the end of this drama better, because they cut down and did that. Okay, back to episode 18, 1 hour and 4 minutes and 40 seconds. Here's another example of use versus not use of flashback scenes, and what kind of impact it all has on me, the viewer. This is an in-between example of where they used just the voices to remind me of what she would be thinking, which is much, much better than a full-blown visual flashback, and can actually be really useful and good. Though here it was a mixture of not in the slightest bit necessary. We literally just heard Go On say that. I may be forgetful, but I'm not that forgetful, for the love of sanity. It's a no-duh that was what she would be thinking. You didn't need to replay that. I know that she's thinking that. You don't need to rub it in my face that she's thinking that. Let me use my own brain. And perhaps useful, because Jungkook, what he was saying, what she thought of what he was saying, he did say that way at the beginning of the episode rather than just 2 minutes ago. But either way, it is the actor playing Naksu here, and now carrying us through this scene, and that is how it should be. I am fully engaged and drawn into the scene, this here and now happening, and the weight of what's going on here and now, and what Naksu herself is feeling, because of the actress and her emotions. And again, compare it to when they suddenly yank you out of it to watch scenes from the past. Even worse is when they show me scenes that they've already shown me a million times. 1 hour, 6 minutes and 29 seconds in, sometimes the quietest scenes really are the most powerful scenes. Even go on silence here as everyone else is making noise around him. When truly powerful, incredibly sobering things happen around people or to people, this is exactly what it feels like. I've been through moments like that in my life, and this is what it feels like. It is so big and so... You just go silent because you're like... And you can tell that that's how Go-on and Jungkook and Naksu feel right now. There's just... It's so well done. Episode 20, which is the last episode. And this is just the good scenes. I'm an hour and 49 minutes into this, and I haven't got to the not so well done stuff yet. I told you this was a good drama. Episode 20, 15 minutes and 35 seconds in. This kind of teasing banter right here. This is adorable. Because it goes so far and it stops. It's jealousy for good reasons, and it is put to rest instead of being carried on and blown out of proportion. And Jungkook's laugh at 16 minutes and 25 seconds. Oh my word, Jungkook! You just about got killed on the spot. You would have deserved it. 22 minutes and 34 seconds. This actress and her acting. Kim, again, dies laughing. Again. 52 minutes and 22 seconds. You might think this is odd one to point out, but I have to point it out anyway. I love the sound made by the kiss here. It makes the whole thing so much more authentic and genuinely deep. Because she's drunk. If there had been no sound, it would have felt like a manipulated, romanticized, dramatic effect being utilized. But instead, the director, I'm assuming, chose to employ the realistic sound that would have been made by her kissing him that way, while drunk. And it made the scene so good, I literally have to point it out to you, no matter how odd I look for bringing up something this weird. 1 hour, 10 minutes, and 3 seconds, all the way to 1 hour, 15 minutes, and 56 seconds. Note to end this on here, because there is way more I could say about how good this drama is, all the things they did right. But this is where I'll end this part of it. As far as I'm concerned, everything about these scenes that fit into that 1 hour, 10 minutes, and 3 seconds, all the way to 1 hour and 15 minutes and 56 seconds, minus the interruption with Choyoon's dad, because of my hatred toward Donggu and Choyoon. I'm sorry, apart from the fact that I hate those two, this scene should be included because even it was so well done. The sounds, the camera angles, the music, all of the acting, the sounds they didn't use, everything, the way they did this whole thing was so well done. Like, so well done. Except... And we'll get back to that because it's pretty much the last thing that I say in the not so well done section. So, I am getting super tired, but I feel like I'm so close I don't want to stop. This is almost 2 hours long. The not so well done things about this drama.